our predictions, it looks like the middle caster is going to go ahead and vote for Flash, even though we don't see it, because literally every single time Flash plays, he votes for him, no matter the opponent.
Oh, I guess it just doesn't count. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Now, Valdez, do you know how to pronounce MacSed's name?
I think it's Hu Xiang.
Hu Xiang?
Hu Xiang.
Hu Xiang.
Hu Xiang.
Hu Xiang.
Yes.
Hu Xiang.
Hu Xiang.
Okay.
I might be butchering it. Don't, you know.
It's good effort.
Trying to do my best.
It's much better than I could have done. I'd be like, I actually have no idea how I would have pronounced that.
It's kind of an interesting name.
Hu Xiang. Hu Xiang or something. No, I know it's Xiang at least. So at least a little bit.
Yeah. It's funny. They're actually telling them in the lobby, like, don't start the game, because I think, you know, how we had the MMA game, it went like straight in and there was no lobby. I think probably MMA started it.
Yeah,
he was like, yeah, let's
it.
just go.
That
No lobby. Let's just do it. To some of these guys that aren't super used to the Pro League format might not know what to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
It's so interesting to see actually English in the chat. Usually it's all in Korean.
Yeah.
Something you get with some of these foreign players over there. It's kind of exciting.
It's exciting
to
see English.
I want to see the foreign players in Pro League. I want to see more people trying actually to...
Wouldn't it be great to have like a foreign team in Pro League, Velas?
Once
again.
Great.
It'd be fantastic. But here we go. Here we go. Flash. 2-3 versus Protoss so far this season. Yeah. He recently lost to Hero and Dream Codes, though he did take a set off Dream, which was very surprising.
That's impressive. Dream, a fantastic player right now. And every time I see Flash and his stats, I'm always reminded of how much of a god this guy actually is. He's nearing 300 wins, and he only has 129 losses.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's something else. I'd love to go back and check out the VODs of Brewmore when he was like just the king and just see how he played. I watched a bit back then, but not that much.
Yeah, same with me. Kind of unfortunate that we both kind of missed it, but I'm sure there's some VODs out here. Here's our foreign players, MacSed. First game in Pro League, of course, picking a very, very famous Big Bang song. I like it.
Yeah, I like this song, actually. This is a cool song. And MacSed, the only other time we've seen him was in the Star League, where he got bopped by Parting pretty ruthlessly. Yeah. But, you know, it is Parting after all.
And the same thing happened actually with Jim when he came in the season before. He went up against Maru. And Maru bopped him on the head 3-0. It happened both times. It's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, they get like the first seeds. Well, not the first seeds, but like some of the really high seeds when they come into this.
They get put against the hardest opponents. It's kind of interesting. Well, guys, we're going to start our second game of the second match here. Max said he's trying to get a win on the board for Prime. For the foreign team, let's see if he can do it, or if Flash is going to get KT that 2-0 lead. Down here in the bottom left, in the red for KT Rolster, it is Flash.
Big Flash fan. Up here in the top right, we have the Chinese player, MacSed. His debut performance. Oh, she's already a MacSed fan.
Getting the name right and everything.
Yeah. Hu Xiang.
Hu Xiang.
Hu Xiang.
Yes.
All right. Now that we got that settled.
So, MacSed, I think the first Prime player to get the color right. Getting purple. Yeah, oh, man, look at the win ratio.
Whoa.
100-0. What?
Literally no one went for MacSed.
That's unreal.
100%. We've never seen that, Valdez.
Yep, that's our first time.
That's the first 100%.
It kind of shows you what Koreans think of foreign players when they come to Pro League.
It does, isn't it? It's kind of mean. All right.
It is mean, but, you know, straight up hardest region. These guys coming over, a lot of people say they have no chance. MacSed looking to make that false.
MacSed is a fantastic player, mind you. He's a very high Grandmaster on the Korean server, so he does mix it with the best. But can he perform in this kind of atmosphere, in this booth in front of an audience? It's a whole different sort of experience. I've experienced it firsthand. It really is. There's nothing else like it, especially here in Korea.
pretty much everyone in the studio is rooting for Flash.
Yeah.
You know, he's Flash. Like, let's be real.
Now, is that Chinese?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't know what it says, fortunately. Maybe someone in the chat can speak Chinese and translate that for you guys.
First thing in my mind is like, wouldn't it be funny if it was like something highly offensive?
Probably is, and just no one knows what it means.
Oh, well. All right. So Chinese players are also very aggressive players, kind of similar to Taiwanese players, and that like they do have that kind of element of aggression to them. Now, I wouldn't say that like MacSed and Jim are like supremely cheesy or anything like that, but they do like to put on the pressure. And let's see what he's got planned for someone like Flash, who is known for just being so greedy above all else.
Yeah. Nothing too early. Nothing just yet. In fact, he's going to be a bit safe here and check just to make sure that Flash isn't cheesing him out. I think that's pretty... that's a good idea, because we actually saw State, the last foreigner that we had in Pro League, get cheesed out immediately. It was Classic who did it, and he showed him no respect. He's like, oh, foreigner, I'm just going to cheese him.
Yeah, that definitely is kind of the rite of passage for all foreigners that come out here and try in these leagues. But Flash certainly isn't that kind of person, for starters. Like, he isn't the kind of guy that busts out cheese ever. I think more than anything else, he comes into this thinking, well, my mechanics should carry me through this no matter what. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to simply play insanely greedy and beat him in the mid-game with these mechanics that I've been training in the Korean house, Kesper house, for years and years and years. Something that I'm sure he thinks that not many foreigners can really compete against.
Yeah. He's going to go with 3 racks here, just going to play it safe. Even puts down a racks first and gets his gas, gets a Reaper out, and then he's going to transition into it. So even safer than the CC first into 3 racks.
Yeah, very safety first. Just getting huge scouts off. Making sure everything is hunky-dory.
Flash now trying to get into the main base. Looks like he will with that Reaper using the cliff.
Oh, yeah, look at that. He's going to get a huge scout off. He's going to see the Stargate as well. He knows all that's going on.
He will not get out, though, but a good trade. Getting that scouting information, knows exactly what's going on in the main base with MacSed. We're going to see engineering base, so could just be for turrets. Help him out with the oracles probably come in his way. Could also just be for an early +1 upgrade. We see Flash do that pretty often. Oh, it's going to be Phoenixes.
Oh, well, that's also kind of a defensive sort of style from MacSed. I mean, we saw Phoenixes do pretty damn well from Youngshik earlier tonight. Sorry. And it could be just simply to deflect any sort of mind drop. But the problem is, it is Flash. And Flash don't mind drop.
Flash doesn't make Widow Mines.
He doesn't do anything like that. He simply makes enough units.
There's the flaw in your plan.
Yeah, right there. He might even just use it to scout there, because it did get scouted out, mind you. So he's like, well, I'll finish it, make it Phoenix, and just make sure I know exactly what Flash is doing.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. You probably get a full scout of the main, and also you saw the Stargate force on some of these missile turrets that you see. Just committing 1 Phoenix, getting really nice scouting out on the map, and can even help out in defending some drops. So not bad. I like it.
Flash is making a ton of Marines. He's also got Stim half finished at this point, so it looks like he will be gearing up for that Stim timing. I'm sure once it's about 75%, 80%, he'll start to move across the map, look for a snipe on this possible natural nexus.
Look at this. We have an Immortal on the way. Still no Robotics Bay coming out from MacSed. There it is. So it looks like it's just going to be a safety Immortal. Don't see that too often, but again, just more safety out of this player. It's kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, he's playing a very different way to, I guess, what Flash might even be suspecting. Only 1 sentry so far, which is kind of scary. Still a way away from his warp gate as well upgrade. He might have even forgot that, because it is actually surprisingly late. Yeah. It's got a bunch of extra gates already ready to be turned into warp gates. Stim timing could do something, Valdez.
Yeah, we saw that MacSed did not get any info on what Flash was doing. He had not seen the entire base of Flash. Nothing. And now it's his first impression. He's going to see all these Marines, and he's going to say, okay, put down a Photon Overcharge, try to defend this.
Flash don't care. He's going to stim forward. 1 Force still going to block him off there. And he's actually going to go for the Nexus behind this. Can he actually do damage to it? He's going to go for that pylon instead. Not a bad choice.
He's going to delay some more units coming out, but at the end of it, losing a bunch of his Marines, and he's going to be forced to back off here. So MacSed not really taking that much damage.
No, not much damage at all, actually. Second Immortal coming out as well. Now Colossus.
You see, finally, actually, the Widow Mines coming out of Flash. May go for a bit of delayed drops here. Maybe try to mix it up and play some Maru style.
Yeah, that would be interesting if you actually tried to mix it up like that.
Yeah, you know, Maru and MacSed, they played on the same map. Cross spawns, but just the opposite way.
That is a good point. Well, third CC, third Nexus going down at the exact same time. 3 Phoenix out on the map. Just try and scout what's going on. So many Marines have kind of gathered up as well. Flash, if he knew it was there, he could go for a snipe on that third Nexus. Got to be quick about it though, because there is a Colossus out at this point and 2 Immortals.
Yeah. No range just yet, but only Marines in this composition. It looks like some Marauders are being made now, but not sure if they're totally grouped up with the army just yet. We got 2 there.
I'd love to see a scan outside that that third base. Just kill that observer so he has no idea what's going on. But here we go.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Really beautiful defense. Actually, he's going to pick up both. Really nice pull. Great reaction time.
The power of these Phoenix, I'm loving them in terms of defense. But here we go again. Big hit possibly coming its way. Oh, 5, 6.
Yeah.
And that was worth it.
Definitely worth it. And more than you'd normally see. At the same time, he's going to go in here and force the cancel on the third base. Army maxed out a little bit out of position.
It's not good. Where's that observer? He's got to get up there before they reset. Now Flash in a very commanding lead simply because he canceled that third Nexus as well as do those probes. But uh-oh. It's going to reset in just a second. 4 more. Wow.
Just taking too much damage. 1 observer out on the map. That's what happens when you make 2 Immortals instead. You have a very, very low observer count. Maybe you just figured that Flash wouldn't have gone for those delayed drops, so he kind of skimped on him, but he was wrong.
Yeah. I mean, you see Hero just threw down like 3 or 4 observers in most cases, just see everything on the map, and it just does so much work. It's so important against the current meta of Terran and their Widowmine drops.
Yeah, it really is. And we're going to see MacSed actually commit to pretty heavy Phoenix production in this game. Going to go for that Phoenix Colossus kind of composition here against Terran.
Yeah, Anti-Impulse Crystals on the way.
8 Phoenix already out in the map.
We also see a bunch of Vikings already out as well, mind you. A pretty scary army, actually, from Flash in general. That is a lot of Marauder, a lot of Marine, only a few Medivacs, but enough. If he gets a good concave on these Colossus, could kill them pretty quickly.
That he could. MacSed now trying to reposition his observer. See this attack coming his way. Phoenixes. There's one hallucinated Phoenix in that mix, by the way. That's kind of funny.
Scan goes down, gets rid of the observer. That's 8 Phoenix. Anti-Impulse Crystals has been completed. Ooh, he's going to start bullying them. I like that.
Another scan going to go down here.
Now,
Maybe thinking about some drops, but
yeah,
not going to go for it.
Possibly. He's like, oh, he is. Ooh. Good call, Valdez.
This is dangerous against this many Phoenix, but he has so many Vikings to just escort this drop coming in.
Yeah, he's going to split up the army as well. Bio going in on the left side towards the natural, and a big drop into the main base. Here we go, completely undefended. Oh, this is simply too much.
Yeah, he's going to do tons of damage, and those Vikings taking out all the Phoenixes first. And that's going to leave the Colossi all alone. All that ground army of the Protoss now being torn apart.
Natural going to go down as well, mind you. Big Bio focus down. And if he gets away with this Bio, he's going to be essentially immune to any sort of counterattack as well. There's so much damage happened to MacSed's army already.
Yeah. He's lost all of his probes in the main. Now this Bio Ball still remains. He's going to drop this third base. This Nexus is going to go down.
Everything is in shambles already, Valdez. There's a lot of Colossus remaining, though. 4 Colossus, more than enough to deal with this Bio if he can catch them. They're so red right now. It's like Flash is simply going to get out of here after he's done some insane economic damage, getting rid of every Nexus but the main base.
Yeah. MacSed going to try to do what Myungshik could not and go for a gigantic counterattack after losing pretty much all of his economy. He has one Nexus in his main, and he's going to try to make it work in one last attack.
Flash even pulling the boys for this one. He knows he just has to kill this army, and the game is over.
I think he's got a decent chance. I mean, there's 4 Colossi, but not much to support him, and as long as he gets a good concave, he should be able to crush this army.
And there we go. Nice concave. Everything getting wiped out. Not much to buffer either. And this should be it, Valdez.
Mule going down at the 3rd base, but kind of giving you that effect. There's a pylon going down. Kind of interesting, but everything is going to be cleaned up here. Flash will be able to win this game.
Yeah, not much really left over.
GG. Flash gonna bring KT to that 2-0 victory, tearing apart the foreign player, making it look easy.
Well, Valdez, it's gonna come down to Creator to get the job done against Zest. He's done it before. Can he do it again? It's all down to that. Or it's gonna simply be a 3-0 and KT gonna take it home like everyone expects.
Let's see what Creator has prepared. Maybe he wants to mix it up a bit against Zest, or maybe he just wants to go straight up and see if he can actually make it work against Zest. Zest, I don't think he's going to play the same game that he played against Creator when he lost twice to him, like I think round 1 or round 2. I think he's going to be able to shut this guy out, but let's see. Let's not count Prime out just yet.
Not just yet. Zest, I'm sure he's looking for that revenge there. Creator did make a fool of him in the past, beating him twice in one day. I remember that, and pretty shocking.
Sad day for KT. They went down to Prime.
Yeah.
MacSed, I have to give it to him. He's got a pretty cool keyboard.
I agree, Valdez. At the very least of all things, he does have that sweet keyboard.
Yeah.
And you know what? He didn't look too bad. He kind of looked like he just broke apart under the pressure, losing those extra Nexus, just kind of getting pulled apart a little too much from these drops from Flash. Flash with a different approach to what Mario had against his Phoenix Colossus style as well. Just simply going for mass Vikings with his bio.
He was able to shut it down. I mean, we saw a lot of Phoenixes, but it was pretty much being pumped out of just one Stargate, I think. So he was able to go up to 8 decently fast with some Chrono Boost, but that was about it. We had double reactor Vikings coming out, and he just had way too much.
Yeah.
Well played by Flash. He's able to actually win that game.
He looked great.
Yeah. The guys are going to go to that 3-minute break. When we come back, possibly the final game of the night.